Yay Networks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we back for another episode of the Perfect Pair Podcast. Rock Teasy is who I busy.
And I'm Krystal, Rock T's better half.
And if you guys are new to the podcast, thanks a lot for being here. Continue to tell a friend and tell a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on social media, YouTube, all the platforms at Perfect Pair Podcast. Pippin! This week, the title of this episode is going to be a little touchy, but we got to talk about it. Should men be led by women?
Yes. Yes and yes. Why are you quiet?
Let's talk about it.
Oh, why are you quiet?
Perfect Pair Podcast starts right now. Okay, so let me share this story. So Mase, former rapper, and I guess preacher, reverend pastor, whatever his titles are right now, he also has a podcast. He recently came out and said that there are, well, let me say this. There are a lot of women in the NBA that are assistant coaches.
Mm-hmm.
And the conversations are starting to brew about, should women get head coaching jobs in the NBA? Not WNBA, in the NBA.
Yes.
So Mase, his thoughts were, I'm just going to kind of sum it up right here, was he don't think men should be led by women. Now, he was referring to in sports, in the NBA or whatever, but a lot of people kind of took it and was like, listen, man, what you mean by that? The same way you just reacted?
Yeah, like, what do you mean y'all can't be led by women? I just want to know, because y'all been led by women all your life.
So I'll let you go first. Go ahead.
No, you want me? I really want to know your opinion, because I'm looking at you to see, because you real quiet and you kind of just in the middle. I just need to know your thoughts, where you stand.
So when it comes to basketball and sports,
okay,
I ain't got a problem with a woman coaching men. I have no problem. I think it'll be dope, because here's the deal. If Dawn Staley had an opportunity to get a head coaching job in the NBA, I'm general manager, I'm hiring her on the spot. Because she got an amazing basketball mind for the sport of basketball. Now,
she's qualified.
And she's qualified, and men, athletes respect her as a basketball mind, as a coach, and she just happens to be coaching women. But man, I would hire her. And there's Becky Hammond. You know, she's another one. She coaches the Las Vegas Aces right now, but she was assistant coach under Greg Popovich with the Spurs.
Exactly.
There's a whole bunch of other women that have assistant jobs. Nancy Lieberman, assistant coach with the Sacramento Kings. I can go on and on.
And she was the head coach of the Big Three.
Still is. Still is.
And those are men.
So we're not asking these women to step out on the court and play basketball in the NBA league. We're asking them to, hey, you obviously have won everywhere you've been in this sport of basketball on a high level. So let's come over here and see if you can do the same thing in the NBA. I love it. I'm all for it, and I hope it happens.
It should happen. First of all, my thing is, I just got to go back to, because you said we're talking about sport and we're talking about basketball. So are you saying it can't happen in football or hockey or baseball?
There are women coaches that's coaching in football too, assistant coaches.
No, but I'm talking about head coaching, like leading the whole team and organizations. Do you think a woman can do those as well? Because you just talking about basketball. Oh, you fist it.
I'm trying to, let me think, because in most sports, if not all sports, the only reason why I'm still hesitating on football, not soccer, football, NFL football, is because no woman has played football on the highest level in the NFL.
Because ain't nobody let us.
So that's the
Nobody has allowed it. There's nobody that has made a league for us to be able to play at that level.
Not to say that they still can't succeed, because there's been some NFL coaches that maybe didn't play in the NFL, but they have some strong football minds and they have success. So I'm not against it. But that will probably be the only sport that I would hesitate a little bit. But everything else, man,
I don't understand why you wouldn't hesitate. Because if you got somebody that will respect her because she knows the game, she has the knowledge for the game, she has won on every level when it comes to playing with the football team, as far as she's able to get a head coach, why wouldn't you give her that same respect for football?
I didn't say it's not about respect. I didn't say I wouldn't not respect.
But my
her.
thing is,
I'm
respect
just
is saying that she can actually coach a NFL team.
Well, there's women that's already serving as coaches in the NFL.
I'm
in the
talking
NFL
about
right
being
now.
the head coach,
Yeah,
like you talking about for the NBA.
I would have to,
because I feel like now you sound like Mase a little bit.
Nah, that's one of those case by case basis. I would literally. It depends on who it is and what their record.
So if they
with their track record.
Okay, let me say if their skill level was just like how Don's was for football, though.
Yeah, okay, that's different.
You would be okay with it.
Yeah, and we haven't gotten to that point yet. So
right, but I'm just saying if it's still that skill level like that, how Don is leading the women's college basketball.
Let me break it down
program.
like this. So let's just say a woman got an opportunity to be an offensive coordinator to call plays for NFL teams, or a defensive coordinator where they're actually calling plays. That's a great test. That's a great test. Now they started having success at being an offensive or defensive coordinator. Now, okay, you got what it takes to possibly be a head coach one day. Then that's a no-brainer. So
that's what you're saying. Are you agreeing with what I'm saying?
If they're qualified, absolutely.
Right. That's all I'm saying. My whole thing is if we are qualified as a woman to have that position, why not allow us to have that position? Y'all keep giving this to these other fools that ain't doing nothing. I mean, the Lakers look like boo-boo with all these stars they have on their team. They can't even win. They don't even respect the coach. You got LeBron looking at him like, there's been times wherever they're huddling up, talking, and LeBron ain't listening to nothing that man is saying. He gone off about his business, doing his own thing. It's like there's no sense of respect for no coach on that team. So why not give it to a woman to try to coach that team?
Are you asking me? I'm right there with you. But that's the point that Mase is saying. Like, if players are already disrespecting men coaches, what's going to happen if a woman is a coach?
They're going to probably get some act right because it is a woman. They'll probably respect her more because she is a woman at that point. They don't respect this man, and at this point, they say, well, dang, we got this woman. What should she do? If you got a woman that they do respect, like you say.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a Staley coming over there, and they're like, okay, some of them may not agree, but they going to at least respect her enough to be like, all right, because she ain't going to allow no disrespect anyway.
Right.
So you either going to get with the program or you not. And to me, I feel like the coach of the Lakers, he's too much of a fan than a coach.
I mean,
because you're trying not to be not liked. That's how I feel like it. You try not to be not liked. You're trying to keep your job because you know LeBron can probably say 2 words and get you fired.
Right. That's the part. That's where it gets kind of tricky when you get to when you're starting to coach players like that.
But still, the point is I'm making is if a woman if she can get that same position, why wouldn't men respect her? I just want to understand because y'all are saying a lot of men respect women coach. Y'all give us our flowers. Y'all say how good we are. But as soon as it comes to a woman sitting there taking the position that they have on the same level as them, now it's an issue. It's never an issue until it becomes your job or your title or something that they're doing in your field.
I think they'll respect a woman that has.
But you did it too, low key, a little bit with football, because I said, okay, you're saying this with basketball. Now when it went into football, you're like, I might be a little sketchy.
But I explained myself. Like,
right.
I'm not just gonna take a trainer in football, someone a strength and conditioning trainer in football that happens to be a woman, and say, hey, you're the head coach. No, show me that you can be right. That's my point. So okay, if you want to be a head coach one day, Susie May, in the NFL, okay. Well, we gonna slowly but surely put you in positions to get more leadership roles as a coach. And right now you're gonna be the running backs coach or the wide receivers coach or the defensive back coach or whatever. Now, now you're doing good there. Now we're gonna give you an offense or a defensive coordinator position, and then you do well there. Okay, now you got everything it takes to be a head coach.
Okay,
but I'm not just gonna take strength and conditioner coach and say now you're the head coach.
That makes sense. I got a question though. You're saying what has Dawn done?
She ready to go. She can be a coach in the NBA right now.
Right, but she hasn't coached men.
So what?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, she hasn't coached men. You're saying that the woman is coaching these different organization parts of the football thing. I don't know how that lingo.
Right.
The offensive people and the defensive people, right? So the woman coach is doing that for the men. Now you'll give her that chance as a head coach. Dawn hasn't done that for the men. She's only done it for the women. So why would you respect her?
This is a different sport.
But I don't understand why is it a difference.
Dawn Staley has already won on the highest level of women's basketball.
Right. So let's just say.
Let me take that back because she ain't coached in the WNBA.
Right. That's what I'm saying. In college basketball. That's what I'm trying to get at. She's done this in college basketball. So if you have a woman in the NFL, well, she's doing it for the women's side. She's won the highest level she can for the women. There's nothing else she can do for the women, but she knows the game and she's done this and she's done all of that. Then she comes over. Like, why is it different for Dawn than it is for her? Because that's what you're saying. Because Dawn has not coached.
You're talking about a woman coach that's coaching powder puff football.
But
it comes in. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying there's nothing for. Let's just say there's something for the women on the football side, for argument's sake.
So you're saying
they do have something just like
they got women football leagues.
Wait, first of all, let me go back to how we're saying why we respect Dawn. This woman is coaching in the college level.
Right.
It says women football. She's coaching the women all the way up, and she's winning at these Power 5, and she's showing why she's the best. This is that for the women.
Right.
For argument's sake, I know there's no women football team, so y'all out there talking about, well, that don't even make sense. Just for argument's sake, we're going to say that's what she's done.
Right.
Because that's what Dawn's done. She has not coached any male team that I know of. If she has, I don't know. But we know what y'all talking about, where her experience come from is coaching this women's team. But now y'all are saying y'all have respect enough for her to coach this men's NBA team. Head coach, you be like, she can do it. I respect her. I know she can do this, so on and so forth. Why couldn't that happen for a woman in football? If she did the same thing, she hasn't coached in the NFL. She's only coached in college.
So you're saying, so let me help you try to clear up what I think you're saying. If we had a woman college football coach,
right? And she's coaching. She's
winning at Ohio State or Michigan or Alabama or whatever
at the highest level
as a head coach.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
She deserves.
Yeah, because guess what? Where do most NFL coaches, organizations, when they start hiring new coaches, they say, okay, well, who is out there that just got fired from other NFL teams first, and who's available on the college level? So let's just say recently retired Nick Saban for Alabama. Nick Saban, one of the greatest coaches of all time in college football, right? So of course they're gonna say, okay, we got these NFL coaches that has been fired. Then we got Nick Saban, who's one of the best college coaches of all time.
Right.
We want to see if Nick Saban will come to the NFL to coach this team.
Right, and I get what you're saying.
Now, if a woman did the same thing on a college level and had that kind of success.
But it was just women. That's the point I'm making, because Dawn has not coached any male teams.
Okay.
So that's the point I'm making. She hasn't coached any male team. She's only one on the women's side, and y'all are okay with her doing it for basketball. Why is it okay for her to go over and shift to men all of a sudden and you respect it, but if it was a woman on a football side and she's only dealt with women, shifts to men on that level? Like, why?
I don't know if it's a problem yet, because that scenario is hard, because it's got to. What level?
It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing.
I know there's women football programs out there, but not on a level of like NFL, and not even
that's what they say about NBA. Like, WNBA is nowhere near the level of the NBA. The women's basketball is nowhere near where the boys men's basketball. They all are saying that.
Well, from the level of athleticism, like men jump higher, they're stronger.
We understand it, but this ain't got nothing to do
all
with
that kind of
coaching.
stuff. But as far as shooting the ball, as far as dribbling, as far as playing defense and all that stuff, these women they balling.
Right.
And then you got the X's and O's factor.
Right. That's what I'm just saying. So, why not? It'd be for a woman, if she was only coaching women doing the same thing at the highest level. That's the point I'm trying to make when you say, let's just say for argument's sake. I get that there's no women's football college football team. I get it. I know it's not. But let's for argument's sake say there is, and the woman is coaching only a women's football team.
Okay.
And she's winning.
Theoretically speaking, if she's winning on a high level football women's league team,
you would say the same thing.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's all I want to know, because I feel like you might be a little bit saying, I don't think women can do it, and I'm gonna be looking at you sideways.
No, if you
so you agree if a woman is all the way qualified, she deserves the position.
Absolutely.
I'm proud of you, honey, because I thought I was gonna have a whole attitude with you.
No,
'Cause that's my
but you
thing.
created a theoretical situation.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
When it came to the
it's
sport
fair,
of football.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the fairness of it, though.
Yeah.
Like, if we are
Now, you
qualified,
can't go
that's
get
the same thing as being a fireman. Like, a firewoman can be there too. Why? If she can climb up there and save people and do the same thing,
I agree.
why not?
I agree.
She get
if they're qualified, I don't care. If
that's my only thing.
A doggone
and
Billy
you
goat.
should respect her. Like, why don't you respect a woman? Why would you respect a woman to just take over your football team, your flag football team? Let's say she's done flag football for women, and she's like, we coaching your flag football team.
I've already told you.
You gonna let me coach you?
If you qualified.
Do I qualify? Lie. If you want to. You ain't gonna let me coach your football. Okay, your basketball team. Would you let me coach your basketball team?
I'll let you coach some basketball because I know you got. I know your basketball knowledge is a little bit stronger.
But do you
than
trust
football.
me to make sure y'all win? Like they say, we have a basketball team.
As head coach?
Yeah. Rocky.
Let me say this.
Rocky.
Let me say this. No, I can. Look, yeah, I'm gonna hire you as a head coach for a basketball team.
Because he gotta go to bed with me tonight.
No, because here's why. But I'm gonna make sure the assistant coach.
What?
It's gonna be the X's and O's person. Here's why. You do know the sport of basketball. You can get out there and coach a team. Now, when it comes to X's and O's, you may have a couple plays that
I don't really have plays. Like
I know that. I know this about you. So I'm glad you admitted that. You may have a couple plays that, okay, I know how to do this. But as far as getting the team ready to go, as far as being that coach that's like, yo, we gonna out hustle everybody. We gonna win every 50-50 ball. Man, we gonna play the dog nose defense.
I would have like
you are that kind of coach.
I would have 3 to 5 plays that we would use, and those would really just be backups.
Right.
Because I'm more of like
go
a
play
run
basketball.
gun team. Like we fit to play some basketball.
Let's
Damn
go.
all this other stuff. Yeah. So yes,
Right.
I agree. I would need
So I would hire you as a head coach, but the assistant coach is gonna be the X's and O's person.
It would.
So when y'all call timeout and get in the huddle and see what you're about to get ready to do, assistant coach, go ahead and pull up the clipboard.
This is his way of saying I wouldn't trust you by yourself at all, because if y'all was playing just a little basketball game, let's say a charity basketball game, would you let me head coach and do it all by myself? Would you let me coach
Yeah.
y'all? He lying. Look at
Yes, I
He trying.
It's levels to this.
You know
You
what?
went from charity
Okay.
down here.
Okay, let me tell y'all something. I hope this happens one day, because I want to coach a team versus him, and I promise you my team will win.
You don't want that.
I promise you my
You
team.
don't want that.
My basketball team will beat you.
If we had the same talent level?
Yeah. Oh, we will win.
Now, if I got some scrubs and you got all-stars,
No.
but if
No.
we both got all-stars
We both
or
got
we
the-
got scrubs,
We both have the same talent on both sides.
hey, man,
I would win.
you don't want none.
I would win. I
don't
would
want none.
win. I would win.
You would overthink it.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
Why would I overthink it?
You would overthink it.
No, you overthink stuff.
Now, when it comes to sports,
Babe, first of all, Rocky really think he's that good. And I'm better than him, especially when it comes to this women basketball. I be calling it. Don't lie. Say I don't.
we both have our time of calling things pretty accurate. Like,
I'm better than Rocky. He
Oh,
think he's a sports genius.
I don't know about
He's
that.
not. He be getting most of his picks for women from me, y'all. Just so y'all know.
you lying.
I be giving him pointers.
know
And he
you
go
lying.
on the air. He be like, babe, what do I need? And I send him a message, be like, babe, make sure you say this and that. Tell the truth, babe.
You lying through all your little. That's why you over there laughing. You know, good well.
I'm lying. I'm lying. I don't be telling him nothing. He about to get mad. I'm just playing.
Coming from the person that picks teams because of the color of their uniform.
That's football. That is football. Because I don't know football. And I don't know hockey. I don't know baseball. I'm getting better at baseball.
Yeah,
Now.
yeah.
A lot better at baseball. But yeah.
But listen, I'm as a father of 2 daughters that's been
Right.
in sports since they was 5. I love the woman in sports and getting them leadership roles and the coaching roles,
Right.
coaching positions and all that. I love it. I root for it. You know what I'm saying? So,
I
just
know
be
we need to-
qualified.
right.
If you qualified, shoot, you deserve it.
Half you men ain't qualified, and that's why y'all looking crazy up there now. That's why they looking and talking about the women, because men is not obviously not qualified, because some of them sleeping with the staff, the front office, wives and stuff. Looking at Boston. I mean, I'm just saying. They over here got all kinds of mess going on. So maybe you do need a woman to get in there to shake some stuff up to make some stuff happen.
It's going to happen
So
sooner than later.
respect a woman in her ability to do things, especially when she's qualified. That's all I'm saying.
It's going to happen.
If she's qualified, give us a fair chance and pay us the same that you would pay that man.
That part.
That's all I got to say.
That part. There it is, man. Another quickie.
Right.
Right back at you, pimping. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The Perfect Pair podcast is coming to a close in 5, 4, 3,
Rocky.
2.
Rocky. Oh,
Let me show you something.
why? Like, why? Rocky.
Huh?
Oh, my gosh.
Have you ever tried to end
Okay,
a
anyways,
podcast
give the
show?
number out. Let's
Hey,
get a
just
number
wait
out. Let's give our number out. 469-737-0356. Please call me and leave me a message to tell me anything that you want me to talk about or comment on or give you my little advice
Yes.
that you probably should not take.
Yes, indeed.
But it's mine.
Yeah. Fellas, you want to learn how to talk to your woman?
Okay.
Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my
Teach him how
gosh.
to keep him in order.
Okay.
Keep him straight.
Rocky.
Keep him at a stiff arm. Put their Heisman on him sometime.
Rocky.
We'll see y'all next time, man. We out. Deuces.
Bye.